This prophecy was likely written during the latter part of this exile, when hope was at its lowest ebb. The generation that remembered Jerusalem had mostly died, and their children had grown up knowing only captivity. The surrounding nations viewed Israel's defeat as evidence that their God was weak and their faith was misplaced. The return from exile under Cyrus in 538 BC began the fulfillment of this prophecy. Ezra and Nehemiah's account describe how God's people did indeed arise and rebuild Jerusalem, and how surrounding nations contributed to the reconstruction project. The temple's rebuilding and the restoration of worship represented God's light returning to his people. The prophecy finds deeper fulfillment in Jesus Christ, who declared himself to be the light of the world, John 8:12. His ministry, death, and resurrection brought God's light not only to Israel, but also to all nations. The early church's explosive growth demonstrate how God's people became light bearers to the ends of the earth. Revelation 21:22 shows the complete fulfillment when God's glory illuminates the New Jerusalem and nations walk by its light. The darkness that covers the earth will be permanently dispelled by the glory of God. Here's the singular summary point. God's call to arise and shine comes precisely when circumstances seem darkest and most hopeless. And I'm going to read it. Arise, shine, for your light has come. The glory of the Lord has risen upon you. For behold, darkness will cover the earth, and deep darkness the peoples. But the Lord will rise upon you, and his glory will appear upon you. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising. Verse 1. So your light has come. This necessitates a response. Now you can arise and shine. We need to celebrate that God's glory has risen upon it. So celebrate it. Verse 2. Yes, darkness has covered the earth. We think it's just our country. No, the entire world is getting darker spiritually lately. But the Lord will rise upon you, and his glory will appear upon you. Verse 3. Christ's return to have his people back is revival, where God's people finally focus on God and his sufficiency. This is such a great evangelical tool. During the 1859 revival, 1 million people came into God's kingdom worldwide, likely saying, quote, finally the church is being the church in truth and love. I'm coming in. Let's see. Here's some ancillary verses. For verse 1, Isaiah 60, verses 19 through 22. No longer will you have the sun for light by day, nor will the moon give you light for brightness, but you have the Lord as an everlasting light, and your God as your glory. Your sun will no longer set, nor your moon wane, for you have the Lord as an everlasting light. The days of your mourning will be over, and all your people will be righteous. They will possess the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. The smallest one will become 1,000, and the least one a mighty nation. I, the Lord, will bring it about quickly in its time. In verse 3, Isaiah 2:3, and many peoples will come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, so that he may teach us about his ways, that we may walk in his paths. For the law will go out from Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And also Isaiah 45:22 through 23. Turn to me and be saved, all the ends of the earth. For I am the God, and there is no other. I have sworn by myself, the word has gone out of my mouth in righteousness, and will not turn back, that to me every knee will bow and every tongue will swear allegiance. They will say of me, only in the Lord are righteousness and strength. People will come to him, and all who are angry at him will be put to shame. In the Lord all the offspring of Israel will be justified and will boast. We have a number of discussion points. First, think of a time when you were in complete darkness and someone brought light. How did that change everything about your situation?
Repeat that question again, a little
Yeah,
slower.
think of a time when you were in complete darkness and someone brought light. How did that change everything about your situation? Well, I'll give one instance in my experience, and that was when I was in Boy Scouts and we went to Cumberland Caverns. And we stayed the night in Cumberland Caverns, which by 10 o'clock the leaders were saying, turn off your flashlights and stuff. And so I thought, wow, couldn't see my hand waving, you know. And so then when the time to get up, which was 6 a.m., the flashlights were turned on and we could see what we were doing. That was the most stark example of that sort of thing to me. Can you think of a analogous situation in your life?